Welcome to the second phase of the orientation match of Christian Luther's long football. It is the kick. The start of the second period is by Chinecherem against Chidozie. And Chinecherem just served his own service and they lands right into the receiver yard of Chidozie. Chidozie is still doing what he can to return that particular survey to see how he can get a point out of Chinechirem's uh, service. It was right inside the line on the on top of the line this time around. It is a loss to Chinechirem right there. Chidozie had lost that to second point going to Chinechirem and the game continued. This is a good game for every footballer to know how to. This is a nod in Gallo there, and the Chidozie couldn't get that nod. It was a very good one by Chidozie, just far corner, targeting the 90s towards the receiver yard of Chinechirem. It was a good nodding. Once you are a good player of long football, you need to target the 90s and being a kind of corny, trying to get your opponent off attention off guard to get your point you needed. Presently, it is Chinechirem messed up and he didn't get that point right inside there. This long football on in Umuahia, Nigeria, and we can say it is a game that will help you to control the ball. You have the latitude to get the ball on you. 3 good times touch, and the third one, the ball must go out from your area to your opponent. It is Chinechirem to Chidozie. It is outside the receiver yard of Chidozie getting that particular point, and we have him served now. Chinechirem, good. Coming inside the receiver end of Chidozie, a good control, comes back and he played it out of the targeted point. It is another service coming for Chidozie. He did it. Good tap, but he didn't get that right. It's inside the restricted yard area, and Chidozie have already won that particular point against Chinechirem. It is a poor service from Chidozie. He lost that as well. He just landed inside the receiver, the out of bound yards, losing that point. We expect all who watch this game to take it serious. It is a game that will ease some footballers and increase the urge for entertainment as long as football is concerned. We have lost of football clubs without a vacuum to absorb players, but we have this so interesting to absorb players to play at least a somewhat competition that's so entertaining. We have 2 other people coming in against a boy. Let's see how it goes. The first service a boy he served, lands. Onyekachi recuperated, but he didn't get that on point as targeted. And now this time around, a boy didn't get that right. If you are watching, please subscribe and share. Do us a favor by campaigning this. It is an upcoming football game. So instead, it's an extract of football in actuality, the actual football, but it is an entertaining game as well that gives you what you need as long as football entertainment is concerned. That's what you're experiencing here today. It is Christian Olonta's long football, and now it is Onyekachi's service coming from the left side, belonging to the Blues, and he served accurately. So interesting, and a boy got that. Is lands inside the receiver, and there is misunderstanding there. It seems that the ball landed off target, making or had a double bounced and double bouncing I mean to say, and a boy lost that and he did that again. He lost again, and Onyekachi served again, targeting the good area that is the receiver yard, and he's been so good by deceiving his opponents, giving a difficult service. That's what it's all about. You have to make a way to have your own style of service so that you can kick a ball that your opponent can't get. That is the only way you can win points. Just how we are seeing, a quadro has been won by Onyekachi. 4 points straight is a quadro, and he has won that against a boy, and we see another one. A boy is out, and another person going in. It is Ifeanyi coming to face against Onyekachi now in this encounter. It is still Cristiano Lontas long football going on in Umuahia, Nigeria, and we are happy that everybody will be anticipating the future of long football, and all players who intends to take this serious gonna have the game for themselves. And one of the things that makes it special is that, as you can see, it is a tennis-like football. And once you watch it, you'll remember Roger Federer, you remember Rafael Nadal. They play one-on-one, but this time around, we group it as a relay team, three in particular team. They play exchanging in a substitutional way, so that there will be an opportunity for players to participate in this game. That's what happens. All the countings goes together. You play your own service, you goes out, and you go out, and the opponent and your partner comes in to help, either to sink your team or to help your team out from sinking. That's why I've seen that. It's a good one. And Onyekachi and a boy, he plays, and he had been going successfully, but Onyekachi lost out there completely after that long long time of counter kick that went smoothly on that particular point. It is another service coming from Onyekachi, and he get it right, but a boy himself played himself into a problem, losing that point. It is another service of his coming. Now Chidozie coming for the Blues against a boy. It is a good understanding. Chidozie was confused. He couldn't get that, and he played it out of target for him losing that point, that moment. And it should be a time when you have to be more focused. Make sure you get your ball, since you have 3 touches latitude. Control your ball, kick it well, target the 90s towards the edges of your opponent's side. Just as you have seen, a boy did not. It was a good one. He did not get it right. He wanted to smash the ball to get Chidozie off balance, but he couldn't get that rightly. He would have touched the ball, let it come a little bit before he kicked it. Had he did that, he would have gotten an excellent and a world-class strike coming from him himself. But he lost another one, a good service he would have rendered. The third one comes so cunning and so treacherous, and he got it right there, winning another point. Now this time around, there is a change in positioning. Chidozie, the blue side, going to the other way around for them to start. Still, now we have Chinechere coming to face Chidozie in this encounter. First service gone by Chidozie, and it's against Chinechere goes on, and it happened that Chidozie usurped that opportunity to get his goal point against Chinechere. It's still on. It is Chidozie good ball, a lance, but Chinechere couldn't get that across the that particular restricted yard. It is Cristiano Lontas long football still going on underdevelopment grassroots. We urge those who watch to give us a support, because we know it is a game that will help many players to get on touch into competition, because we know for sure the population of this world goes on. I was a strike by Chidozie. What a good strike! Somewhat acrobatic. So terrific as he struck that ball right towards the targeting the 90s, towards the left side of Chinechere. He couldn't get that. He saw his position where he stood, and he got that a little bit up and struck it right to the end. That's what long football is all about. You have to build yourself, know how to control the ball, know the position of your players, that's your opponent, know how to kick the ball off their reach. That's what he just did now, and the ball resumes again. Chidozie, a good control against Chinechere. Chinechere trying to be nervous a little bit, but he's supposed to kick that ball hard to get a point off Chidozie, but he couldn't do that. And he goes, Chidozie, good start. The last one, he kicked right inside the receiver end of Chinechrem. The ball is getting more interesting, but now Chinechrem had lost that service, kicking the ball nervously, and it lands inside the out of bound. He has lost yet another point. Chidozie is there to hit the ball after good control back to the center, and he had hit it again inside, just on touched line, and Chidozie caught that without any deception, bringing it back, and we have seen good ball control. Chinechrem also refuses to, and he tried to get him out again, but he couldn't get that strike, and it couldn't go well, and he lost that, putting away that particular point. The second one as well, you need to be very careful when you play long football. Make sure you get your ball to yourself, know how you do it before you try to strike, so that you will not lose point. That's what just happened now. Chidozie lost that point, and the counter kick goes on. It lands right inside there, and Chidozie couldn't get that. It is